Good morning, Jonestown.
Good Morning Jonestown is brought to you by the following sponsors.
So I was talking to my podiatrist the other day.
What's that?
And-
Is that a foot doctor?
Yeah, foot doctor. I go to well, he's not in practice anymore, but we're still cool with each other. Dr. Cough, you remember him when he used to practice in town?
Like cough? Like,
Yeah, like like C-O-U.
he's even spelled that way?
Yeah, Marvin Cough. And we were hanging out the other day.
Wait. He had those radio commercials, right?
Yeah.
It was like, come on like the AM.
Don't walk him off. Come to Cough.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I remember that guy.
Yeah. Well, I was talking to him the other day. I ran into him, and I was telling him he listens to the podcast, and I was just saying how we're having to rely on our advertisers, and how it's like, it's just stressful having to deal with a third party. That I wish that there was some way that we could just fund our operation.
Yeah, that would be great.
And he was saying, and I gave him the go-ahead, and we've done it. I was going to mention I didn't think it would come to fruition, and it did faster than I had anticipated, so I meant to be talking to you about this before, but today we're introducing Jonestown Nutraceuticals.
Wait, you mean like vitamins?
Well, no. Well, vitamins are approved by the FDA. These are nutraceuticals. And together with Dr. Koff, we've developed our own line of nutraceuticals that are going to help fund our operation.
Huh. And we just went with Jonestown Nutraceuticals, huh?
That's it. That's all you need is Jonestown Nutraceuticals. This week we're rolling out Mega Guy Duplicity.
Mega Guy?
Mega Guy Duplicity. That's our that's a full spectrum complex of what you need in our own easy to take proprietary formula.
What you need for what exactly?
Just to be a guy.
Just to be a man?
Yeah, a guy.
A guy?
I don't like labels. This will help you be the full, reach your complete guy capacity.
So women can also take this?
Well, no, we have that in our new workout supplement line. We do have something for the ladies called Adirondack. That's a new formula that is a muscle building extract.
Oh, so that's
women.
for like women that are like into CrossFit or something?
Yeah, you know the type.
Like women that could beat me up, basically. And what's that called?
Adirondack.
Ah, like the
Like mountain kind of.
Oh, so it like makes you hard,
Yeah,
like a rock.
exactly.
Okay.
Now, if that's what you want, we do have a formula like that. For the fellas, we do have Sequoia. That's our Vitality blend.
Oh, so it's like the tree.
Like the tree. Tall and strong.
Oh,
Hard as a rock.
gotcha.
Vital.
Vital.
And that's so powerful. I'll take half of one.
Oh, wow.
A lot of normal dudes probably have to double up on it, but I take a half of one. That works for me. I'm as vital as ever.
Wow. I can't wait to try that.
And we didn't forget about the females and their vitality too. So we also have a product called Niagara. And that's coming soon. That should be
Like the falls.
The falls.
Niagara Falls.
Yeah,
Oh,
Niagara. It'll be here in the fall.
okay. We're gonna have it in the fall.
So check them out. Go to our new website. It's called JonestownLife.com. Use promo code Russell and Tony Pod. Yeah, you do have to use a promo code on our website.
Well, yeah, but I mean that's, we're gonna get all kind of traffic that are from our listeners.
Yeah.
So we still want to give our listeners a discount.
Absolutely. So
You actually-
we know you listen to the podcast. We're going to give you an extra 15%.
I think you said that wrong. Our listeners get 50% off.
50%.
That's
So again, whether you want the Mega Guy Duplicity, you want the Adirondack, or Sequoia, we have all three blends available now. You need to act now, though, because this takes a while for Dr. Koff to blend them up. So what we have now, when it's gone, it's gone. And I don't know when the next batch will be ready.
oh, okay.
So, Russell, I mean, today I'm going to backtrack a little bit, because I know for a long time that I've been telling you, and I've probably mentioned it on the show, that I think the best investment that you can make in your life is in storable food and precious metals.
Yeah.
You know, the bank ain't always
You
going
are
to be
saying
around.
that a
I've
lot.
always said that's what you need to invest in. But I think right now, I'm ready to take those words. I don't, you know, I'll admit when I'm wrong. I'll be the first guy to admit when I'm wrong. I've just never had to do that yet. But I'm here to do it today. And I think the best investment that you can have into your future is with Jonestown Nutraceuticals.
Okay. Okay.
Now, still go for the precious metals and storable food, but also make sure and budget into that.
Right, because that's the
Jonestown
thing is,
Nutraceuticals.
if you have all these precious resources, but you're too weak to defend them,
Exactly.
and you're not vital enough to procreate,
Exactly.
then what's the point?
Exactly. That's what I've been saying. And Dr. Koff, he agreed, and he's doing this. So make sure support our operation. This ship won't sail on its own.
I don't know how many of you follow what happens on our Facebook page for the show, but we recently had a disgruntled person who was upset by our Brouhaha commercial.
A close and personal friend of the owner.
Yeah, he was very clear about that. You can go read all about it. It's still up there. And, you know, he made implications that what we were doing was somehow illegal.
Using legal jargon. Downvoted us on iTunes, by the way.
Yeah, went and gave us a 1-star review on iTunes. Didn't have the
Courage.
to actually leave a worded review and say anything. No, just a 1-star.
Said that the owner's very upset. And this isn't a bit. This isn't a bit.
You know, apparently, legitimately, the owner of Brouhaha is upset over our ad, which was honestly very accurate. I don't know how many of you have tried the food.
I wouldn't even call it an ad as much as an honest review.
Yeah, it kind of was. She got really upset that we implied on the show that they made the ad and sent it to us, which they did.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, I mean, we may have edited the ad a little bit.
Tiny bit.
But, you know, it was a little long.
That's
we had
what you
to shorten
get
it.
when you pay for this high production value.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it was too long. They only paid for 1 minute, and they gave us like a 3-minute ad, so we had to cut it down.
Right.
You know. So anyway, since this whole thing broke out, with us finding out the owner is very upset with us, they put out some type of promotional ad. Some of you may have seen it if you follow them on social media.
And I'm not trying to... Look, this ad they made is just a response to us. Straight up.
Yeah, it really feels like it. Which is... You know, they even tried to put it in the guise of a customer review. Like this woman just, you know, took a fancy camera and some microphones and went into their restaurant and recorded this review. It's clearly, they do it. They produced it.
And let's play it.
Yeah, we're going to play it for you guys.
And I think it's of dire importance to note that this is a commercial for a restaurant.
Yeah, see how many times you notice them say anything about the food. At all.
Brouhaha.
This is Jenna's review of Brouhaha.
You've probably seen it on Instagram or Facebook. The mural. You know the one I'm talking about. The one that says Pensacola, Florida. Well, it's original to Brouhaha.
But what
the
about the
owner
food?
is also local. She hired a local artist to
Owner's
make this
local.
mural.
The
Just
artist
for
is
you to
local.
enjoy. And it's not the only one. There are
Enjoy
2 other
while I
murals
do
as
what?
well.
Is there a
Pensacola
chef?
is rich in history. There's so much to learn. But there's also one place where you can experience it all. Brouhaha. They have items dating back to the 1900s.
What about
From
menu
church
items?
items to
Yeah,
pennies
what's
to
on the menu?
local beers, all the way to a beach sign. About 90% of the items in Brouhaha are local to Pensacola. You can bring your dogs and your kids here and
Focus
enjoy some
on those
Southern cuisine,
things,
as
you
well
missed
as
it.
getting a
She
refreshing
said
local
enjoy
beer.
some Southern
So come on
cuisine.
in and enjoy Brouhaha, where neighbors become friends. You can have a brew and learn a thing or two.
Southern cuisine.
Can I learn?
People down here eat their own boogers, man.
Yeah, what is Southern? And that's it. That's the only mention of food.
It's like it's like if the show American Pickers was a restaurant.
Yeah, like, hey, we got a bunch of gimmicky shit.
Like, what's the 5 most important things to you when you eat a restaurant? First thing is learning. I want to learn.
I want to learn.
Second is just like items. Is there stuff?
I want to see items from the past.
Yes. From a time when things were
Wider?
wider.
Yeah.
That's important to me.
That's important to Brouhaha.
Also, owner, I need them to be local.
I need a local owner.
I don't like these fancy chefs coming from big cities or
Yeah. A
France.
foreign. Oh, God.
Fuck that.
I don't want some foreign chef. I want
Local.
local. And you know what?
I want you to be
Doesn't
local.
even need to be a chef.
You need to
A
be
short order cook.
Look, you need to be Southern, man.
Yeah.
If I say the name Sting, I want you to know I'm talking about the wrestler. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Next thing of most importance, and I would say I'm not even going to say top 5 things. 4 things, only 4 things. And the most important, murals.
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 That's what you...
I won't eat at a place that doesn't have a mural.
I don't. That's like, I just need stuff to focus on in a restaurant. Because what a restaurant really is, it's just sitting there. It's just sitting in a room
Yeah.
and looking at stuff.
The food is almost completely inconsequential to the experience.
I mean, when people say restaurant, I'm not even automatically assuming that there is food there.
Yeah.
I think that's...
You might just go there and drink water
Right.
and look at the mural.
I don't even assume that there's water there. And when someone says, hey, we're going to go out to a nice restaurant, would you like to come with us? I'm thinking, I love murals, and that's what a restaurant is. It's a building with a mural.
And items.
If I get there and they happen to have food and beverage, that's absolutely a plus.
Yeah.
But that is not what makes it a restaurant.
That's Brouhaha,
Brouhaha.
located in East Hill, way too close to my fucking house. 88 White Lane. It's the address. They've got their subtle Aryan statue out front of Marilyn Monroe.
It's 1952 whites only junction.
Oh. Yeah, did you notice they kind of, which may be the only thing I might agree with them on, they kind of put children and dogs in the same category,
Yeah.
which I appreciate.
I do.
Because my dog is like my child, and I think a lot of other people's children...
And that I forget to feed them sometimes,
Well, I think most other people's children are dogs.
The cool thing is about all the Pensacola memorabilia in that place is that I'm afraid that if I was in there and there wasn't all that Pensacola stuff, I would forget and think that I was in Pigeon Forge.
If it wasn't local and it was just your run-of-the-mill knickknacks and antique gimmicks, I might forget and think I'm in a Ruby Tuesdays or a Cracker Barrel or one of the infinite chains that have adopted the gimmicky shit from the past on the walls theme.
Run of the Mill would be the best name for that restaurant.
It really would.
Dude, you know what I mean?
Run of the
Brouhaha,
Mill.
that's dumb as shit.
Yeah.
But run of the mill, just some basic dude.
Yeah, Brouhaha, a place that doesn't brew their own beer or have comedy shows.
Yep. Brouhaha. Go figure.
Yeah. Like they said in their ad, the joke's on you. That part was actually in the ad. We didn't edit that in.
Yeah.
They've changed their slogan. What did she say? Have a brew and learn a thing or two. What about fucking food? Like, what am I gonna eat?
What am I gonna eat? What am I gonna eat? What am I gonna eat? What am I gonna eat? What am I gonna eat?
Learn, like...
I don't know that...
The food is terrible. Listen, go try it yourself. Here's what I'd recommend, because it's very overpriced. Order whatever you want, and I'll guarantee... Listen, if it's not shit, I'll pay for it. Okay? If
Russell said that, not Tony.
If you're at all satisfied with the meal you have at Brouhaha, I'll pay for it. But here's what's going to happen. It's going to be dog shit, and you're going to be able to look your waiter in the eye and tell him honestly, this isn't worth actual American currency.
So what I want to say is, what I would like to say is go upvote us on iTunes and go downvote them on Facebook, but don't do that. Listen to our show and give us an honest rating, and then go eat there and give them an honest rating.
Yeah, because that's the thing. You can be honest about it.
Yeah.
There's no, here's the thing. If you go there and you do like their food, you're probably a
So I think, like, go have a brew and learn a thing or two. The thing that you learn probably is that all lives matter.
Or they might even teach you that blue lives matter.
Yeah.
Oh, right. So if you do want to go there though and get a picture in front of the mural, holding a sign that says,
I got diarrhea at Brouhaha.
yeah. Or just if you want to like make a sign that's like the letters look like shit and it says
Write
just
it in
says
your own feces.
poo ha ha.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you don't live here, go to our Facebook, take a picture of yourself holding a sign that says, I got diarrhea at Brouhaha, and we'll send you a sticker.
Yeah, but Brouhaha in Pensacola, Florida, because there's probably more than one.
Yes.
And we don't want to pick on any respectable business owners out there who might,
Have had a...
There might be a place out there that deserves that name, that brews their own beer and has a
local
weekly comedy show,
Yeah.
Support
that business.
Support that place. But if you're going to send us a picture, it's I got diarrhea at Brouhaha, Pensacola, Florida.
And if you're a person of color, please hold a sign that says Brouhaha in Pensacola, Florida doesn't care about black people. If you get Mike Myers to stand next to you while you hold that sign, we'll send you extra sticker.
Yeah,
he
send
could
you
use the
extra
work.
shit. Yeah, Mike Myers could use it. Or if you're a person of color and you want to hold up a sign that says something like Brouhaha refused me service.
Yeah.
Be creative. The more creative, we might send you more t-shirts and stickers. We might send you some free weed in the mail. If we know you and we think you're cool, you might open up the mail and just have a bunch of
Stems.
bunch of hemp
But it
seeds.
still counts.
That's Brouhaha.
Brouhaha.
They also sponsored this segment, which is a little weird.
Yeah. That's our weekly restaurant food review segment, brought to you this week by Brouhaha.
That's Brouhaha.
Back to the 1900s.
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 Brouhaha.
Back to the 1900s. Back to the 1900s.
There's that little guy little person that works at fucking Billbucks.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And my wife thinks he's like stalking her or something. I don't know. He just always speaks to her, and
Yeah.
she thinks he follows her around the stores. I don't know. He's just got this idea that guy's like gonna kill her or something. And so I was thinking about like something happened. Like, let's say that guy, like a little person, you know, like you saw a little person assault a woman, you know, assault a man. So there's a little person who assaults a man on the street and then runs off, and the cops get called, but you're like a huge social justice warrior. Like, so you certainly do not say the word midget. And at this day and age, you're not going to say little person, because that's fucking diminishing.
Yeah.
You are a great person, but you got to describe this person to the cops who had did this attack, because the dude's unconscious, you know, and they need to put an APB out for this guy. So how do you, as like a tremendous person, describe the little...
What's the race of the little person? The white guy?
Yes.
Okay. I would say bald hair. What's the...
Oh, so we're doing this specific guy.
Oh, is it this guy? Okay. So I would say, he's about 3'6" to maybe 4 foot tall.
No. That's diminishing, dude.
No, it isn't.
That's diminishing.
That's how you describe.
Give me a
that's how you
fucking
describe
break.
a perp,
Dude.
That's how you describe.
No, dude. No.
Because, dude, if he was a 6 foot tall white guy with a beard,
no.
you would say, oh, he's a white dude. He's about 6 foot tall. He had a big red beard.
Dude, I think, honestly, when you think about it, numbers are a social construct. So that's fucking phobic right there.
Numbers.
He attacked him. Numbers, yes. So you got to be like...
Space and time are social
I think most importantly, he was a white male.
Cops are like, you got a height and weight on him? I'm not going to body shame him.
Yeah. No, Yeah. He's very heroic.
Some dude.
This guy that just attacked this man was very
Very brave.
first of all. But he was a white male.
White male.
Me and Jess had this discussion. She was like, he's very down to earth.
Yeah. Some fat redneck walks up and he's like, it was that little bald midget, man.
Yeah.
He works over there.
You can't say that. God forbid that show up on writing and that get out to the community.
Yeah.
That you put a number on this guy? What is he, fucking the Jew in the Holocaust? You gonna put a number on him? No, that's anti-Semitic. Just he was a white male, most importantly, but he was very brave.
Brave. White male.
Brave.
Brave. White male. White male.
I just tell people I'm in anonymous. You know what I mean?
That's how
I'm
I
like,
do my
What are you
part.
doing? I don't see it at the marches. Like, what are you doing for the cause? I'm like, I'm in anonymous.
Yeah.
But don't tell anybody.
I'm hacking day and
anonymous.
night.
Yeah. Hacking into the mainframe.
What am I doing? I'm on Soros' payroll, bitch. I've done it already.
Dude, I
let all these fucking grown-ups fuck me in a pizza restaurant when I was 6.
I'm MK Ultra,
Yeah.
baby. I'm reptilian.
Yeah. But I've done my part.
I was thinking, you know, like, obviously, if you're a fucking child molester and you get caught, you have to like, introduce yourself to your neighbors,
Right, yeah.
get them to sign the whole shebang, which, I mean, that system is like super fucked up because, like, if I were to go outside of here and a cop pull up while I'm pissing, well, I'll probably be fine. It's private property. But, dude, if I was across the street, get caught pissing, dude, that's a sex crime. And you have to introduce yourself to your neighbors, too. You know what I mean? Which,
I thought public urination wasn't a sex crime. Because it has a name.
But I've heard that that if you get caught pissing in public, that you have to. There was a time, at least. I don't know if it still is.
Okay. Might be certain states too.
Yeah, but I'm under the impression of that. So if some dude that moves into my place, you know, got it caught pissing in public, and he shows up at my door. And it's like, I gotta introduce myself to you. I'm gonna automatically assume like child molester. You know what I mean?
Of course.
Which that sucks for the dude who gets caught peeing in public, but it also sucks because like if you are a child molester who, let's say, is like a lawyer, and you gotta go introduce yourself to your neighbor, you could do some word wrangling to make them think that, you're not a person who fucks children.
Yeah.
You know
No, it was public urination.
No, without saying, you can't say that. You'd be like, so I gotta introduce myself to you. I'm your new neighbor. And because of the law, I'm going to have to introduce myself to you and get you to sign a piece of paper that's saying that all because, basically I was hanging out, drinking with this girl, and you know how it is. One thing leads to another. We have sex. Next day, because of the laws, they're saying that the circumstances with which I had sex with her being drunk, etc., that she was not able to,
etc.
She was not able to legally, what's the fucking word? She wasn't able to consent because of that she's unable to consent, so now here I am having to introduce myself to my neighbors, and she couldn't care less, which to me is childish. She is a child. Welcome to Olivia Benson's America, I guess. So I'm your neighbor, and I need you to sign this. Just wrangling the words to make them think you got caught up in some PC bullshit.
Listeners of the show, take note that the word consent was very hard for Tony to retrieve from his vocabulary. What's that word?
What's that word that where they gotta like
give you permission
to rape them?
Well, dude, I was thinking about, when it comes to that registered sex offender thing, one of the things that's even more common is like, dude, when I was in high school, I dealt with women that were like in college, in their 20s.
I did that.
Yeah, and it's like, if someone had wanted to parent someone, could have been like, hey, this 21-year-old girl had sex with my 16-year-old son, and she could have to go around and say, I'm registered sex offender, I'm your new neighbor. Mm-hmm. And they're like, you're an attractive young woman. You look like, like a school teacher or a librarian or something.
Well,
look
at all these school teachers.
Oh, I know.
Dude, there's some
weird
smoking hot ones, dude.
I hate that every time I see those, I just feel really jealous. Yeah. Like, it's fucked up. Like,
of her.
No, because, like, man, when I was in fucking middle school and high school, like, most of the teachers were disgusting old people.
Yeah.
And, you seeing all these, like 23-year-old, like, smoking hot women fucking these 14-year-old boys, and you're just like, God, dude,
Dude, I had this computer teacher that was She was hot.
Yeah.
And I don't know, man. It's strange because whenever you look back to when we were in school, and you're like, they were all old and whatever. And her at the time, I figured she was like 40 or something. But looking back on it, she was probably like 23 years old.
Maybe, yeah.
So I think our teachers weren't always, they were disgusting, but not as old.
I mean, we had 2 teachers at Gulf Breeze High School that were like attractive for teachers.
Yeah.
Like in the context, they were attractive-ish.
Yeah.
But like if you just saw them walking down the street, you wouldn't be like, whoa.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like some of these, not all, a couple of these women that I've seen get busted
Yeah.
are like legitimately hot.
Yeah.
Like you would
This
be
lady was.
you'd be in the grocery store and be like, whoa. Yeah. Holy shit. You know.
Yeah. You had one good-looking teacher all my years.
Yeah. Just think you could have learned to fuck that much younger. You'd have been, once you got a driver's license, started dating, you'd have been hard. You'd have known how to eat pussy and everything. I've been taught by a seasoned professional.
Someone with a degree in teaching.
Yeah, someone is really good at teaching. And yeah, it's funny, like before that would never have entered my mind, but you know, my wife works with all these troubled youth, and some of them are like 16, 17 years old, and you're just like, man, what if like what if one of these fucking street kids seduces my intellectual wife? Like that's, you know, like she would be so insulted that I would even think
And no one will ever know because they know that snitches get stitches. So no one will ever find out.
Oh, yeah, that's funny. But you know, it's like before if all that teacher shit, I wouldn't even think about that.
Dude, if it was my son, I'd be like, thank you for confiding in me and knowing that you can trust me about this. You know, and tell me that this has been going on. But if you fucking tell, I will kill you myself. You need to keep this going as long as you can and take video.
If that was my son, I might use the information to blackmail the teacher to fuck me.
Yeah. Now remember, Russell did remember the word consent.
That's right.
Blackmail. I'll ruin your fucking life.
There's a way out of this.
Yeah. That's so much more friendly, yet predatory, dude. There is a way out of this.
Well, you know, you do like my son. I'm the early model.
I got antique plates.
I can fuck better than him, I guarantee that.
I taught him how to do all that shit.
I taught him all this shit. Let him watch me and his mom. Oh, man.
Made him watch it.
There's a way out of this.